G'day gang. Today, I've just propped up on my next job actually. This vehicle is a Nissan Pathfinder V6 4 litre. Guy only just bought it at the auction. Sight unseen. Gumtree, I believe, I don't know. Came in here with a misfire and with what I found. One valve spark plug. So the guy wanted to change all the plugs and all the coil packs. And as soon as I fired it up, there was just smoke like you wouldn't believe come out of the bag. So I was led to believe that this was going to have an engine rebuild. So I started pulling the engine out. And then I find they don't want to do that. They just wanted to put a set of rings in it. So I don't think so. Well, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. So I said, so what do you want to do? You just want to half-ass this thing, do you? You want to half-ass it? Let's half-ass it properly. So I'm going to pull the head. I started to pull the engine out. I'm going to leave the engine in. I'm going to pull the cylinder head off the offending side firstly. If I find it to be a piston, I'm going to pull one piston out. We're going to do whatever we've got to do. If it's got a damaged piston, skirt, ringland or whatever, we're going to attack that, whatever it is. If it's the cylinder head itself, then we're going to have the cylinder head repaired or replaced. We're going to replace it with whatever. And I start with pulling the head off it. It's quite a job. I'll give you a bit of a squeeze of where I'm up to. So I've got the plenum off here, and you know, I've got all the gear off. So I have to take all the front timing cover off. It's pretty, maybe a bit dark down there at the minute. It's early in the morning on a. So I have to pull the all the front covers off it. It is tight, pretty tight squeeze, and they pack a lot of stuff in there. But anyway, regardless of that, I'll put you down for a bit, and we'll come back when I've got something sorted. And I'll tell you what, I'm not real fussed about doing this job either, because if we look down in here, if you can see up in where are we? Okay, the top of the arm. Can you see that? Can you see that shield there? Now it's just been welded on. There's another spot a little further over there too. So someone's been in here at some point and just snapped the bolts off and welded that back into it. So I don't know what else I'm going to see. I think this is a shonky piece of shit, but nevertheless, we'll see what happens. We'll be back shortly. And so we've got to kind of do a little bit of Sherlock Holmes work. Now, I don't know if you guys can see that. That's just absolutely soaked with oil. That's out of the first cylinder. That's just soot. And the same with the third cylinder on this right-hand bank. That's just soot. That's because it hasn't ever run up to temperature and gotten to the lean side of life. Now, here's the reason I believe it's in the cylinder head. That is because this only really smokes the worst when it's been sitting. Now, how's the oil going to get on top of the piston if it's not running? It's certainly not going to, gravity is not going to allow it to come up, work its way up. Therefore, it has to be coming from above the piston. That's the way I see it. So we're going to start. I've got a feeling it's probably moved the valve guide. I don't know if that's an issue with these. I haven't never pulled one of these apart before, but we're going to learn a little bit as we go along here. So I'll bring you back when we're at the next stage. And so it's some time later, and now I can show you those. Yeah, look at that. Where they've welded that back onto there, that's, you know what I mean? So someone's been in here beforehand and that's pretty dangerous and sketchy. But with the guard liner off, that's the guard liner there, sitting on the wheel. I can now get in amongst all this, so that's a good thing. I'll back you out of there. Thank you. Should be able to get onto the manifold there, get rid of that tin shield, remove the exhaust manifold. Now I may have to pop the steering shaft out, maybe. We'll see what happens. I've got the valve cover off, I've got the manifold off it, and all looks good from that side. I'm thinking it may have either dropped the guide or the stem seals come off or something like that. It's what's floating around maybe. But because they're bucket cam, mechanics would know what that is. I'll show you maybe later on. But yeah. So let's just see what goes on from here, eh? We'll get some more stuff undone and see if we can get close to getting that getting the head off it. So we've got the exhaust manifold off. This is you know, it's grotty, but a little bit oily in there. We're very, very oily in there. I'll just show you these ports here. Cleanish fingers. Can you see where I'm going? I hope you can. I'm going right up on the roof and I'm just touching with my fingertip the valve and the guide. Looks like wet oil to me. The thing's been parked for a couple of days, so I'll go up the other valve here. Yeah, not quite as bad. What about the next pot across? Oh yeah, we're wet in there. Oh yeah, baby. Okay. So to me, that's confirming we've got an issue with the cylinder head. And I guess that's probably why I went around it this way. I knew it wasn't going to be half-assed really, but we'll get the cylinder head off and we'll check out the seals, I guess. Maybe the seals might have popped up. We'll have a look and see what happens. And that's what it looks like inside there. I thought it might have multiple chains, but just the one chain, hey? Okay. Let's look for its timing marks. We'll set it up on number 1. And I'll just pull the rest of that stuff out. Shall I need to? I won't be able to sweep that out the back of there. Alright. I'm going to try and leave this cover on. I'll have to remove the chain, but then I'm going to attempt to pull the cams out. Let's see how we're going to get around that. Oh, might have to get in deep. Alright. So if you have one of these things, look. See that gear there? This fella? That's the water pump. So if you got quoted $1 squillion to change the water pump on one of those things, you'd know why, wouldn't you? Anyway, we'll pull the drop the chain off it, pull these gears off, and on to the next phase. So after much wailing and gnashing of teeth, we've got him off. And if you can see the shiny spot, is it in my camera? It's just reflection. If you can see the shiny spot just there, that's the bottom of the guide and the valve stem. And she's shiny. And she's shiny. So there's that guy. and that guy. Whereas opposed to these ones, look, they're dry. So there's our problem. I'll just pull the and there we go. There's the number 1 cylinder. Look how nice and washed that is with all that oil that's been going in there. Do you ever look? It's not super oily on top of the piston. So, in saying that, I believe that the valve issue is certainly the problem. So, I think I've said enough and done enough to this piece of lovely vehicle for today. I'll send that head away and get it looked at by the engine shop, and we'll see what happens from there. Yeah. Stay tuned.